Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Review UK. My name is MJ and today I am reviewing War on Everyone. This movie was about the 10th or 11th, something like that, Odeon Screen Unseen that I've done. Now, Odeon Screen Unseen is a programme that Odeon run where you pay £5 for a mystery film. They give you a handful of clues beforehand, so admittedly usually you know what the film is going to be, particularly recently with their clues being quite specific, but there's still that slight element of intrigue and mystery, and certainly at the point at which you buy the ticket you have no idea what you're going to be seeing. So that happened, we watched this film, and it turned out to be War on Everyone. Now, War on Everyone is a comedy movie starring Michael Peña, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Michael Peña, and Alexander Skarsgård. I think that's how you pronounce his name, amongst other people. And it's a very, very strange movie, actually. It's probably one of the weaker films that they have shown as part of Odeon Screen Unseen. When they started this scheme, they did say that it was kind of going to be for critically acclaimed films and for future cult classics. I don't think that this film would fall into either of those. And also an interesting little anecdote. I booked a ticket on the end of an aisle for that legroom and comfort. And then two people booked next to me, and then my friend went to book it, and he said, oh, well, there's two people next to you. Well, that's obviously some of our other friends. And then booked next to them. Turns out it was just an old couple who were just like, oh yeah, we'll just sit next to you. The theatre, the cinema, was far from full. Don't fucking sit next to me. Like, I don't have a problem sitting next to people, obviously, in a full cinema, but it is a little bit awkward being sat so close to people that you don't know. Not awkward, it's just that you get a little bit distracted by them and you can't push your legs out as far as you would want, and it's all just a bit annoying, so I don't know why they would sit next to me. The kicker, after 2 minutes they walked out. I knew they were going to walk out as well. They just seemed like very prudish old people, and when one of the opening jokes of the film talks about my breakfast looking like a bag of dicks, very soon after they left, and I kind of predicted that would happen. So what actually is the film? It is essentially a cop buddy comedy, very obscure. It's borderline spoof, honestly. It's the most straight. It's either the most straight spoof film I've ever seen, or the most spoofish straight film I've ever seen. It really does walk the line in those regards. Michael Peña is very funny in everything that I've seen him in. And I thought he was really good, and I thought Alexander Skarsgård was good as well. Quite an interesting character that he played, and he had a very kind of a physical portrayal that he put into this performance, because he was always hunched over and very much just an interesting presence on the screen. And yeah, their characters are pretty over the top, pretty mental. They're basically incredibly bad, kind of dirty cops. They take bribery and whatnot, but still kind of good guys. And yeah, basically they get entrenched in some kind of plot that ties together towards the end, where they're basically hunting down a few different groups of people. There's a little bit of globetrotting there, and yeah, it's, as I say, it is a very weird film. The tone of it was kind of up and down, all over the place a little bit. I mean, it was a firm comedy, and it was very crude and gross out in moments. Lots of swearing, a lot of racist humour, which I'm very much of the opinion that any subject can be kind of mocked, or you can make jokes about, so that's fine. I did find it slightly awkward when some of the racist jokes... No, I'm getting completely fucking confused. Definitely getting completely fucking confused with a film that I saw yesterday. Sorry about that. Forget that point. Right, let's think about the right film. So yes, weird film. It's actually quite interestingly shot. There's a lot of nice cinematography, and I think I assume that I'm not kind of picking up on something that wasn't there here. Weird words, stupid review. But it felt like the movie was trying to homage a lot of things. Homage, whatever, however you want to pronounce that word. It felt like it was very much homaging lots of different types of films. So you had kind of very typical moments that you would see in other types of films, certainly cop dramas and whatnot. Lots of interesting shots, like they had the classic shot of two people talking in a car, but you don't see both of them, you see one of them and then the outside of the car, and then you see the other one with the other side of the car. So it was quite interesting. There was a lot of shots like that. And yeah, it was just a very weird film. It really was. I thought it was an odd choice for Odeon Screen Unseen. I did fairly enjoy it, but yeah, it didn't blow me away. Now, in terms of a score, I'm very much kind of between two large stones, and that is a 6 and a 7. I think that there is enough entertainment there, and the characters were interesting enough, and there is actually one laugh that is absolutely hilarious. Probably the most spoof-ish gag in the film that had the whole cinema laughing, and also I have to say there were the odd moments where there was only one person laughing, and that is, you know, was either me, I was the only person laughing a few times. Wow, it is absolutely pissing it down. That is mental. I've never seen anything like it. It's actually pouring in through the window over here, look. Jesus Christ. So as I said, I was very much sometimes the only person laughing, and that happened a number of times, and there were just little comedical moments, very subtle, that you may like enjoy if you like specific types of humour, or you were looking at one of the other characters on the screen, not necessarily the person talking, and you just noticed them do something very funny or very wry or very sly with their expression, and so that got me a few times just chuckling to myself. And I really like it when films do that kind of thing, just make you laugh from such subtle humour. And so I am going to give it the benefit of the doubt and give it a low 7 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching Movie Review UK, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this review. Do stick around for more.